Hello and welcome to True Guitar Stories. I am Davo and I'm the instigator of this idea, and the idea of this is that as a guitar player I have guitars, and a few of them have interesting stories, backstories, and how they came into my hands, and I figured if I had these kind of stories, other guitar players would have them too, and it turns out that they do. So for the premiere episode, this is the first one that I'm going to launch on, and I'm really pleased to have a long time friend. Probably shouldn't mention how long.
It's quite a while.
Yeah, couple years. Anyways, this is one of my best friends ever, and I'm pleased to have him here for the premiere episode of True Guitar Stories. So Terry, this is Terry Millar.
Good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever time it is you're watching.
Whatever side of the world you're watching this. If you are watching this on the other side of the world, awesome, thank you. Cool. Thanks, Terry, for being here.
And being the premier
being the
musician.
Number one. I couldn't think of anybody else who wanted to be on this. So
couldn't think of another guinea pig to try this on. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Right on. I'm here.
Okay, so I have 2.5 questions for you.
All right.
And the first question is, what made you pick up the guitar in the first place? What's your story?
What made me pick up the guitar?
Yeah. When and how and what?
Well, the interesting thing is this. Nothing made me do it.
Okay.
Right? Nothing made me do it. However, the interest was when I was probably about 12, when my mom decided, my dad was out of town. It was his birthday when he was coming back. Right. So my mom decided, you know what, I'm going to get a guitar for Daddy.
Oh, it was for Daddy?
His birthday.
Oh, it was for Dad.
Awesome. So let's go get a guitar. She's not asking me what should we buy, because at that time, I didn't know a guitar from a hammer.
Right.
Right? She wants to buy him a guitar. Well, it depends on what you're playing. Anyway, so she wants to buy me a guitar. Where did we go? I think we went downtown to Eaton's and she bought a guitar for Daddy. And, when Dad came back, he had a guitar. Oh, she also bought a book. The book came in a plastic case with a cassette.
Cool.
Right? That you can learn how to play guitar. And all's good, and Dad's happy. He's got his guitar and blah, blah, blah. So Dad played I remember him playing for probably about 6 weeks.
To the cassette?
With the cassette and the book and this and that. And after about 6 weeks, he's kind of dwindling a little bit. He's not playing as much as he was before. And he keeps saying to me, it doesn't sound good, it doesn't sound good. I go, Dad, you just started to play. It sounds pretty good to me, right? And he's playing, and then over time, the guitar spent more time in the corner of the room than it did in his hands, right? And then for a while, it just sat there. And I wasn't really even paying attention to it, but at some point in time, probably within that year, I started picking it up and plucking around and looking through the book, and
one thing leads to another, and
this is kind of interesting. And yeah, so I started playing. I started learning or teaching myself. At the time, I don't even know if I really thought of it as teaching myself, but yeah, I had the interest, and I just kept running with it. And the stuff that was in the book, I could catch on to it fairly quickly.
Cool.
But then I started with the listening of music on the radio, because at that time you had a cassette deck.
Yes.
And a radio.
Separate.
Didn't even have to be didn't even have to be in stereo at that time.
Oh, everything was mono then.
Right?
The radio was mono, the cassette player was mono.
But trying to sort of figure out certain songs on the guitar, right?
Through the radio or play to a cassette?
Yeah, through the radio. I know that song, and you try to get the sound of it, or not even playing to it, but just trying to play the song that you heard on the radio. Yeah. I remember one of the first songs that I kind of picked up was Beatles, Ticket to Ride.
Cool.
That's
classic.
Yeah, I had that, and it's like, wow, that sounds pretty good, right? Yeah. So you'd play that riff over and over and over and over again.
Drive your parents
nuts.
Right,
exactly. That was another one. There's another one, Wild Thing.
Yeah.
Wild Thing, the Hendrix version.
Right.
Yeah. The Hendrix version.
So,
the Trogs did that.
Yeah.
But Hendrix did a version. I mean, I'm saying the Hendrix version. I wasn't actually playing the Hendrix version.
Right.
because I still was learning.
Well,
But you know,
I still can't play the Hendrix version.
exactly. Neither
But
probably
that's
never
not
will.
what it's about either.
Exactly. But anyway, moving up a few years, right? I met you.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, I met you, and you had an interest in music too.
Yeah, I had
And-
interest, but no means of getting there. But that's another story.
Just another time. That's
Yeah.
all. And you know, some other people in the neighborhood, as you know, right, that were playing, and we would. I think you introduced me to my first band members,
And
Jim
that was,
and Rick,
yeah.
right down in the Hyde Park area, and we used to get together on a Sunday afternoon. Dave used to come, and that time Dave wasn't playing, but he was right in there. He was right in there.
I will say though that by that point I had listened to a lot of music, so it was only a matter of time.
Exactly. And Dave was a big influence on my music listening as well.
Mutual, because
back and forth,
for me, Parliament Funkadelic,
Yeah.
you were the first person who played that for me, and
Really?
they're awesome.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So yeah, so just came to from playing acoustic for a little while. It was a cheap acoustic guitar. It wasn't anything major, right? And then I remember after knowing a few chords and saying to my parents, "Hey, I want an electric guitar," and my dad's going, "You already got a guitar. What do you need a guitar?" Right? What do you need an electric guitar for? You got a guitar already. And it's like, oh, okay, right? So, but I got a good electric guitar at Christmas time. And I remember another friend of ours, mutual friend, Rob McGregor, the same year Christmas, got the same brand of guitar, Saturn guitar.
Wow. Do you have it now? Like, that would be cool if you had
I
it.
know. I think back about the guitars that I had that I don't have now, and I thinking, wow, it would have been good to keep them.
All right.
You know, but no. But my first electric guitar was a Gain. I think it was either a Simpsons catalog or Sears or Eaton's catalog, and it was a Saturn guitar. I can't remember the brand of amp, but you know, they came as a package, and I think together cost maybe $45.
Right.
And yeah.
Okay. Sorry to sort of interjecting here, because this is actually about the guitar.
The guitar.
So my second and a half question is...
Second and a half.
Yeah, well, I said 2.5 questions, so you've already answered the first question.
So is this the second, or
this is the 1.5 questions here.
Okay.
You've already answered one question.
Right. So is this the half question, or is
this is
the second question?
This is sort of the 3/4 of the next question, and then there will be another 3/4 to make up 1.5.
So 3/4 of a question.
Wow, math.
So do I give you 3/4 of an answer for that, or
whatever.
all right?
The question is, what did you bring today, and what is its story? How did you get this guitar?
Wow. Okay. What did I bring today? I brought a guitar.
Did you bring a guitar?
I did bring a guitar. I did bring a guitar. So I brought a guitar. One of many, but it has a story, because when I got this guitar, I wasn't really in the market to get a guitar. I wasn't expecting to get a guitar. You know, like a lot of times it's like, you know, you're sort of saving for, or back then, you're saving for your guitar, or you got something in mind. But there was this one day I was talking to my dad, and this is probably about, oh gosh, probably 14 years ago or so, right? My dad had retired, and every month the retirees of his time would get together for lunch.
Yeah.
Right?
Like,
let's just, for old time's sake. Yeah.
Right. What have you been up to?
Yeah. So in my regular phone calls to my dad, just to say how you doing and all that, right? He said, "Oh yeah," he says, "I was talking to Randy yesterday. We went to our lunch, and he's telling me all about his lunch." And he said, "Randy said," he says, and he asked me, he said, "Do you know anybody that's looking for a guitar or whatever?" And I'm like, I said, "Well,
What a coincidence."
yeah, right. Looking for a guitar? No, but the truth of the matter was, I wasn't.
Yeah.
Right? I wasn't really, and I mean, you know, and at that time, it's like, well, so I'm thinking, you know, okay, do I want to buy another guitar? Do I not? So I said, well, no, not really. He says, well, do you know anybody that wants to or whatever? So I said, well, I can look around, but I don't really know anybody. He said, what kind of guitar is it? He says, I don't know. I mean, right?
Got strings,
right? I said,
body.
Acoustic, electric, what is it? I said, how much does he want for it, right? All this stuff, right? So my dad goes, I don't know. He just said he had a guitar that he had when he was in university, right? Now, remember, this is a retirees group.
Yeah.
He had a guitar he had when he was in university. He took a few lessons. Took a few lessons, didn't continue. And it's been sitting in his house for a while, so he's thinking he would just get rid of it. Any parallel there with my dad?
Yeah.
Right? So I said, well, I don't know. I said, well, find out what kind of guitar is it? How much does he want for it? You know, type of thing. And I'll ask around. I said, I don't know anybody, but depending on what it is, maybe I'll look at it, right? So he calls me back another day, and he says, it's a Yamaha guitar, right? It's a classical guitar. And I'm like, okay. Why don't I just get it out now?
Why don't you get it out now and show it to us?
It's a classical guitar, right?
What a good idea. Why don't you get your guitar out now and show it to us?
Here it is. And it happens to be a Yamaha G231.
Okay.
If the brand means anything to anybody.
Let the people in the audience have a
and here we go. This
look
is
at
it. Oh, I haven't even told how it actually came into my hands.
Yes, you can do that.
So this is the guitar. So I said, well, so how much does he want for it, right? It's a Yamaha guitar, acoustic, classical. That's what he said. I said, okay, that's fine. And truthfully, I didn't have an acoustic guitar. I got 2 electric guitars at that time. I have a regular steel string acoustic. I don't have a classical, and it wasn't really something that I thought, okay, I got to go get a classical guitar. But so I said, well, how much does he want for it? And he says, well, he doesn't really want anything for it.
Even better,
right? I'm like, yeah. Doesn't want anything for it. He says, no, but he just wants to make sure. He says he just wants it to go to somebody that's going to use it. And I thought, wow, how much sense does that make? Yeah. I know. I don't want to say that too quick, right?
Yeah, of course.
Right? Wants somebody that's going to use it. He doesn't want it to sit in the corner like it did at his place, right? So I said, he doesn't want anything for it. And Yamaha, I mean, that's a good brand of guitar, right? Even though I don't know the models or anything like that, right? So I said, well, Dad, you know, actually I wouldn't mind taking it off his hands, but I don't think you should just give it away, right? So at that time, Capitol Records, where was I working?
EMI.
Capitol Records, which became EMI Music. I was working at EMI Music at that time, right? So I said to him, and I had access to free music, which you can remember, right? So I said to him, talk to... I didn't give him that stuff.
Not all of it, but some.
Yeah. So I said, talk to him. I said, find out what kind of music is he into? What kind of... And I'll get him some music, right? So I think I actually gave him a catalog. So choose out of these. This is what I can get. And I got a list, and I think I gave him like about, I don't know, maybe a half a dozen compact discs.
6 CDs.
Something like that, right? Right? A combination of like, he liked classical stuff.
Right.
He liked a little bit of country. He had a few little things in there, right? But, yeah. And he was happy with that.
That's awesome.
Because...
That's great.
You know why? He was happy because he wasn't expecting to get that. It was sort of like...
You just wanted to
he just wanted to give it away, right?
It went to a good home.
Exactly.
That's all he wanted to do.
And,
so cool.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And it has a pickup in it.
Awesome.
Right? It's electric.
And it's nylon strings.
Nylon strings. And it plays quite well. And, you know, as I said, I was not... It's not something that I was looking for or whatever, but I can say since I've had it, it kind of gives you another dimension of playing, right? You know how your acoustic guitar and your electric guitar, there's a different kind of feel and different kind of...
And I play bass as well, so transitioning from one to the other.
Exactly. And I find that with this, it just gives another aspect of,
Yeah.
you know, what the guitar is about and stuff like that.
Well,
So he was very inspirational in terms of directing my path.
that is a cool story.
It is a cool story.
And that is what True Guitar Stories is about. It's not really about the brand, although this is a really good guitar.
Yeah,
it's not really about a model or anything. It's how the guitar came to you. And so now I guess that's when we've got your story. And why don't you just play some music for us on that little guitar of yours? And it's pretty much the end of the interview. But
I didn't say I could play it.
oh, you couldn't play it?
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, yeah, you try.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, I'll shut up now.
Okay. Well, you don't have to. You could sing if you want.
You don't want me to sing. That's why I'm a bass player.
All right. Let me see what I can do. Let me pull out of the hat here. There you go.
Is that one of your own little pieces?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool,
Yeah,
man. That's really cool.
Out of a hat.
Yeah. Rabbit out of the hat.
That's it.
Well, that's really cool. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. And beautiful guitar.
Yeah.
Sounds great. And this is what this idea is about. True Guitar Stories is about stories about guitars like this that come into your hands in, you know,
Yeah.
weird, interesting, different ways.
Yeah.
We all have them, and if you'd like to share your story, there'll be a link in the description box below. Speech therapy would be an awesome thing. Anyways, in the description box there will be links. You can send me an email and then tell me in a little brief story about what your thing is. I am in the Toronto area, and I am mobile, so I can get around. I can come to you. If you like what you see, subscribe, don't subscribe, like, don't like. I'm also doing a GoFundMe campaign because I need a little bit of brass to do this. I need a camera with microphone thing because I would like to continue doing True Guitar Stories. But this is a borrowed camera and it has to go back to its owner. So if you would like to contribute to my GoFundMe campaign, in the description box there will be also a link there where you can donate to the cause. I'm only asking for $1,500, but it'll get me the kind of camera I want with a tripod and lens and all that sort of stuff. Anyways, I'm rambling and that's enough. So True Guitar Stories, like, don't like, subscribe, don't subscribe, but thank you for watching. I am Davo, and that's the first episode.
Done.
Wrapped.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you, sir.
It's a wrap.
Well, keep playing.
Oh, okay.